This is Cyberpunk 2077 running on the PlayStation Portal. And today I'm going to show you exactly what else has just dropped on cloud streaming, including 7 new games you can play right now. Yep, that's right, PlayStation Plus Premium just added 8 total games to the cloud streaming beta, and I've played every single one of them on my portal over the last couple of days. There's some surprises, a few nostalgic throwbacks, and one of my favourite indie games, and I'll give you my honest verdict on which ones are actually worth playing handheld on your PlayStation Portal. Plus, Sony just announced a limited edition PlayStation Portal, which will be available very soon, but you'll have to move quick if you want it. I'll explain when and where to grab it later in the video. Let's get into the full lineup and my personal picks you should play. First up, Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, this technically dropped early last week, but it's now officially part of the full cloud lineup, and I had to try it out again on the portal. Honestly, it's stunning. The 1080p screen really makes Night City pop, and it's one of the best games you can play handheld right now via cloud streaming. It doesn't include the Phantom Liberty DLC, but the base game alone is brilliant, especially if you haven't picked it up since launch. I went corpo for my first run. Let me know which life path you picked. And once you've drained your portal's battery power after playing so much Cyberpunk, you're going to need to power back up, and that's where today's sponsor comes in. INIU just sent me 3 of their new P50 power banks, and they are awesome. I've got the pink one, the blue one, and the stealthy black versions right here, and they all look and feel fantastic. Each one is a compact 10,000 milliamp hour power bank, perfect for your PlayStation Portal, your DualSense, your Explorer earbuds, you name it. I even used it to charge my controller earlier when I couldn't find my charging cable. The charging cable is built right into the lanyard on the P50 power bank, so it's always with you. It can even charge up to 3 devices at once, 2 USB-Cs and 1 USB-A for older gadgets. On the side, there's a digital battery display, and on the blue and pink models, it shines through this cool frosted metallic looking window. The pink and blue ones also have a glossy finish, while the black has a slick matte vibe going on. These things are tiny. Like, look at it next to the Stellar Blade box. Absolutely perfect for on-the-go use or just tossing in your backpack. If you want to get your hands on one of these, or maybe grab a few gifts, check the links in the description for the best deals available right now. There's even a big discount available for a limited time, so don't miss out on that. And a big thanks to INIU for supporting the channel. Next, once my portal was fired back up with power, I jumped into Tropico 6. And this was my first time playing it. I've owned it forever, as I have actually got this on multiple different platforms and even earlier entries in the franchise, but I have never touched them. I wasn't sure how well a strategy sim would handle on the portal's smaller screen, but it worked surprisingly well. The radial menu makes building feel pretty intuitive, and honestly, I lost track of time playing this. If you ever wanted to be a tropical dictator with a palace on every island, this one's got you covered. But next up is Planet Zoo, and I'll be honest, I didn't expect to love this. I'm more of a Planet Coaster kind of guy, just because I love theme parks and I'm not really a big fan of zoos. But once I started building my zoo and trying to keep the guests, animals and staff all happy, yeah, I got hooked. The UI is well adapted for console, and this is another one of those cozy management sims you can sink hours into. If you like games like Theme Park back in the day, you'll probably enjoy this one. Then there's Bluey the video game. Okay, I have never watched the show, but this game, it's charming as hell. The visuals are really clean on the portal, and it honestly feels like an interactive Bluey episode. If you've got kids, this is a no-brainer, and if you are the kid, you've got great taste. Next up, Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. Visually, this game is stunning. The cutscenes are some of the best I've seen recently. It gave me heavy Detroit Become Human vibes at first, but it's definitely more action adventure than narrative only. I'm not sure it's quite my thing though. I think it could be a little bit scary, and I don't like scary games. But if you've got a love for deep emotional storytelling with some supernatural scary twists, give this one a shot. New World Aeternum hit console sometime last year, I think it was, and now it's streamable on PlayStation after making its way over from PC. And now, whoa, this did actually surprise me. The world is absolutely beautiful, especially on a screen the size of the PlayStation Portal. It just pops and looks really good on that 1080p LCD screen. It's a big MMO game, so you need to commit a ton of time to this, and the combat and progression systems, are pretty rewarding. If you've been waiting for a console native MMO, this one could be the one to try. But for me, I'm not sure I'll go back to this. I feel like I want to go back to this because I had a lot of fun playing this and it looks really good. But these online, these MMO games, they are just huge time sinks. I don't have the time for stuff like this. If you do have the time to commit to a game like this, definitely give this one a go. Give it a go anyways and see what you think. Let me know in the comments, will you be sticking with this or is this not your bag? I'm curious to hear what you all think about MMOs actually. Let me know in the comments. Now for the PlayStation 1 classics, we got Twisted Metal 3 and Twisted Metal 4. Now these games are pretty rough. They are showing their age. I am not going to lie. They have definitely aged a bit. But if you played them back in the day, there's some kind of nostalgia definitely will be going on here when you revisit these chaotic, over-the-top car combat games. These are like the original OG Battle Royale games. When I was playing these ones, I'd never played 3 or 4 back in the day, but playing them recently, I preferred 4 over 3. It just seemed a little bit more polished and refined. But both are solid additions to PlayStation Plus Premium. Easy for me to say. But yeah, come on, Sony, you've got one hell of a back catalogue. Give us some better games than this for PlayStation Plus Premium. If PlayStation Plus Premium did not have the cloud streaming in it, I'm beginning to think it's not worth it right now. They need to up their game with the quality of games being added to PlayStation Plus. Do you agree? Let me know. Now let's talk about remote play, as I always like to throw in a game which I think you should buy and pick up, or maybe you're in a part of the world which does not have cloud streaming. So there's one game I've been absolutely loving this week, and you obviously have to buy this one, pick it up, but it's an indie game. As you know, I love my indie games, so it's not very expensive, and it's called Codename Ocean Keeper. And if you like games like Vampire Survivors, you're going to love this one. In Ocean Keeper, you dive underwater between combat rounds to mine resources, and you're on the clock. If you take too long, your mech gets attacked on the surface. I say the surface, but it's not really the surface. It's like the ocean floor because you're digging under the ocean. You'll see what I mean in the gameplay footage and if you play this. It's chaotic, fast, and it is super addictive. You mine, upgrade, and fight your way through increasingly tough rounds of monsters. And the moment-to-moment gameplay is just really satisfying. You could pick this up and play it for 20 minutes and you're just totally satisfied. It's really good. Or you could sit and play it for hours. I love games like this, especially when you maybe don't have a lot of time. You still need to get that gaming fix in. Boom. Codename Ocean Keeper has got your back. Massive shout out to the devs for sending me this code to check it out. I love this. It's quickly became one of my favourite indie games on PlayStation, and it is fantastic on the portal. This could be a handheld game. So yeah, I actually think this was a handheld game. I think this might have been a mobile game previously, so it translates perfectly onto the smaller screen. Check it out. All right, let's talk about that limited edition PlayStation Portal, which is going to be appearing or reappearing very soon, and only for a very short time in limited numbers. It's going to be this one here, the 30th anniversary version of the PlayStation 5, alongside the DualSense controller for the 30th anniversary and the actual PlayStation 5 console. I think it's the slim console without the disc drive. Will be available to pre-order again starting this month. Yes, if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can get early access from the 21st, and everyone else can pre-order from July the 23rd exclusively through PlayStation Direct. The actual restock launches on September 29th, and quantities are expected to be very limited. Prices are staying the same, £209 or $219 for the portal. So if you missed out last time, this might be your final shot. Also, this is definitely happening in the UK and it's definitely happening in Canada. I'm not sure about the US. I assume it will be happening there, but I'll keep you all posted in the YouTube community feed. I'll put posts there and updates on what's going on with the drops for these. But what I want to know is, will you be picking up a PlayStation Portal 30th Anniversary Edition? Will you be getting the DualSense 30th Anniversary Edition? Or are you going to try and pick up the PlayStation 5 console? These are freaking awesome. Let me know which you'll be going for, or will you not be going for any of them, down below in the comments. And if you want to take playing all these games on your portal to the next level, check out this next video on screen now. It covers the essential accessories every portal owner needs. Seriously, don't miss it. I'll see you over there.